Good morning, it is Sunday, and I thought that I would walk you guys through the skincare routine of a dermatologist. What do I actually do in the morning, so you guys can see the kinds of products that I'm using on a routine basis, depending on what my goals for my skincare are. So I've already showered this morning and washed my face, and we're gonna go through each of the steps that I'm gonna do here together. The first thing that I did was use the Olay cleansing melts. This was the cleanser that I used in the shower this morning. If you guys have not tried these, I highly recommend it. It's a fun experience as far as a new way to cleanse your face instead of a gel cleanser or a foaming cleanser. It's actually just one of these little, feels like a cotton pad. But when you wet it, it will completely dissolve in your hand and it creates a really nice lather experience. Now I've done a whole video on these if you guys want to check out my full review of the Olay cleansing melt. But Olay sent me a ton of them, and this is not sponsored, but I use them all the time, and they're super convenient for travel. So if you are traveling, you don't have to worry about liquids with TSA. You could put a few of these in a baggie and take them with you, but they do come in a little resealable pouch that still makes it pretty easy to travel all on its own. So I'm not gonna go through the washing the face step because I already did that. But what we are gonna do is kind of walk through each of the steps from here on out. And one of the first things that I do in my skincare routine is I use an antioxidant serum. Now there's so many other kinds of antioxidants out there. Vitamin C, CE ferulic from SkinCeuticals is probably like the market leader. It's the most well known, and everybody else is trying to mimic that. And some people have created vitamin C's in lotions, in gels. Some are adding it to like sunscreens and different products, and I don't mind combination products really. But the product that I've been using pretty consistently for a while now is an Alto Advanced Defense and Repair from Skin Better, and I will have links for all of these products down in the video description. So this has 20 different antioxidants in it, including vitamin C, but it has a lot of products, a lot of ingredients that are going to help to protect your skin from free radicals, as well as things to help repair your skin, so that if you do have damage, it's going to help to brighten, it's going to help with fine lines and wrinkles, and just repair your skin overall. Now, this is a pretty expensive product. I think it's like $190, but you get about 5 months of use out of it. One pump is going to be enough to cover the whole face. We're going to steal a little there for the nose. And then I try to work it down into the facial hair a little bit, but obviously we don't get as good as coverage there. So I probably have a little more than I really need up on the cheeks and the nose. But this is the first step of my morning skincare routine. This is what I've been doing pretty consistently. I always take it up a little bit close to my eyes here, just to help brighten that area as well. I rarely use a separate eye cream unless I've been super tired, underslept, and my eye bags are really starting to show. Now, I don't usually put the antioxidant serum all the way up over my head. I'm very good at protecting my head from the sun. I wear hats all the time, and I will put sunscreen up there. But I have some brown spots that have kind of developed over here on the side, and so I usually will put a little extra over there because I'm trying to repair those brown spots that have developed. And that is the Alto Advanced Defense and Repair Serum. That has to be purchased through a physician, either at the physician office, or you can use a physician like authorized link, which I will have down in the video description. On another video, I'll walk you guys through my nighttime routine, but I do use the Intense Alpha Ret Overnight Cream, and we'll talk about that later. Now, this is an extra step that I've been doing recently because I am preparing to do a resurfacing laser on my face. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a CO2 laser on my face. I'll have the other physician in my practice do it. And in preparation for that, I've been using a product called Alastin Nectar. So this is the Alastin Skincare Regenerating Skin Nectar. This is a peptide product, and it helps to repair damaged DNA and help to, I don't know, they kind of say remove junk DNA. And I have found that when I've used this before and after resurfacing laser treatments on myself and on my patients, the healing time is less and the results are better. So I have been using this after my antioxidant serum and after my retinol at night. The retinol's a little thinner, so that goes on first. But I just spread this around. It's got a nice gel texture. And we're doing this in preparation for the laser. So I'll do this for a couple of weeks before my laser, and then for probably at least a month afterwards till I run out of product, because it does help promote better healing. And even if I'm not prepping for a laser, I have found that when I use the Nectar, I like the way my skin looks better. And we'll take that down a little bit through the beard. Now the one thing that I'll do before the laser is I'm actually going to shave this off because I want to laser the whole face. So the only downside is I'm not really getting the Nectar down here before the laser, but I will be putting it there afterwards, obviously, and I won't shave after the laser. One, it's too irritating to shave while you're healing, and two, I do want to grow the beard back. Now again, I'm going to take a little of this and put it up on these brown spots on the side of my head because I want those to go away. So we'll have links for that as well. And then the last step is sunscreen. And you guys have probably heard me talk before on the channel about my absolute favorite sunscreen, the one that I use more than any. There's so many that I like. Obviously, Elta MD has some amazing sunscreens. I've talked about them a ton. But the one that I keep going back to time and time again is going to be the Mantl Invisible Daily SPF 30. So this is a gel sunscreen. It smells incredible. It does have fragrance, but just the texture and the way that it feels on the skin, it leaves a matte finish so that it doesn't leave me shiny up on the top of my head. And with the way that it feels, the way that it looks, I keep coming back to it time and time again. I am an investor in the Mantl company, so if you guys do purchase that, it means the world to me, but I invested in the company because I'm a huge fan, particularly of the SPF, but they have a great cleanser and a great moisturizer as well. So I'll show you what this looks like here. This is the new one, so I've got to prime it here. So total gel sunscreen. I am going to treat the top of my head first. When you have facial hair, a lot of times sunscreens, even if they don't leave a white cast on your skin, will gunk up in the facial hair, and I don't like that look, obviously. It will make them look a little more white in the facial hair, and I don't want that. So that's where I love the Mantl. As somebody who needs to cover their whole head and has facial hair, it is the perfect one for me. But I've had a ton of men in my practice in particular purchase this. So ladies, if you're watching and you want a sunscreen that your husband will actually use, I do recommend the Mantl Invisible Daily SPF. We're gonna do a couple more pumps for the face, and I tend to use more sunscreen than the 2 finger lengths generally because I wanna protect my skin really well. And you can see that it, does not gunk up in the facial hair, and then it actually almost acts like a gel to help tame the facial hair a little bit, so it's not going wild and crazy. Get the nose, under eyes. This is not water resistant. I don't find that it runs a lot though and stings my eyes if I do, go out on a hot summer day with it. If I'm going to be swimming or I'm going to be exercising outside, this is not usually the one that I would put on just because it isn't water resistant. I want something that for sure is going to stay on. So this is just a good daily sunscreen, but not necessarily the one that you want to use if you're going to the beach. But for guys, a daily sunscreen, Mantl Invisible Daily SPF. And that is the morning skincare routine of a dermatologist. So it's pretty simple. You can see I've got a cleanser that I'll use in the shower, and then I will put on my antioxidant serum. Currently, I'm using an extra step, that's the Alastin Skin Nectar, but that's not something that I'm gonna do all the time. That's just a temporary thing in preparation for a laser treatment, and then always finishing my routine off with the sunscreen. This time it's the Mantl Invisible Daily SPF. If you guys have any questions about a skincare routine, let me know down in the video comments. I'll be sure to answer them or create more content for you guys if you found this helpful. But have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.